Okay, well, I think we are live. Let me see. Maybe. What's going on, everybody? What's happening? Big shout out to you guys on Father's Day if that applies to you. Figured I would just drop in, catch up on live stream. Yeah, I'm not going to be able to live stream. Well, we didn't last week, and I'm not going to be able to live stream next week for sure because we're going to be coming in from Tennessee. So I figured pop in for about 30, 45 minutes, say hello, miss y'all. But yeah, let's let me check my audio. That camera's nice, or that mic. I've been messing with some live stream stuff, but anyways, we got the what was that? Got a pretty good live stream. Yeah, I mean, I just want to chat with you guys, man. It's been a grind. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. It's been a freaking grind, and I want to apologize to you guys, especially my members here in the chat and here on YouTube. That I usually try to go live and be a little more active, but we haven't got a whole lot of content out. It's not that I don't have the content, but this car behind me has literally has got me exhausted. We probably spent about 40 or 50 hours on it last week, not including the normal life stuff that you do, so I'm trying to budget time and family and money and all that other stuff, but yeah, there's some things that we overlooked on the car. Definitely some maintenance stuff that we're lucky we didn't get in too much trouble and burn up too much money in the car. But what's happening at MF Customs? What's going on, Dan? Got video and audio. Good. So like I said, if it kicks out, it'll come back. That's just normal. We got to pay the internet bill. Got to put the damn quarters in the slot like you would like a telephone. But big shout to my guys in green. These are my channel members. Check out that join button. Obviously my sponsors, Tremick McLeod, Team Z, Handle Motorsports, Stiflers, just to name a few, Anderson Motorsports. Appreciate you guys for what you do for us. So anyways, like I said, we had the last couple of weeks have been really, really, really busy. And I did end up getting the NMRA video out. That was basically what we were focusing on. But there was a couple things that happened at NMRA that I don't care to quarter mile too much anymore, but I like it. I mean, it is what it is. Racing's racing, but we're right in the heart of our racing schedule where NMRA is like a Tremick sponsored event that we're going to go to, which we went to, so I kind of have to be there. In the Coonley Motorsports Park, the very first no prep stick shift went off with a bang yesterday, and literally, and that's the Tremick sponsored event. And then we got one more this weekend. We got Ford Takeover coming up, which we talked about, I think 2 weeks ago on our other live stream. And, we're going to have a blast, but we got some things, we got some mountains to climb before we even get there. And then we got 700 miles to drive, and we got to throw, we're going to throw a hell of a stick shift event because, that's just what we do here, baby. So appreciate you guys for stopping in tonight. I know it is Father's Day. Like I said, if you're getting in here a little bit late or watching the live stream later on, happy Father's Day to those guys out there that are, making that shit happen. So anyways, we're just going to talk about some shop talk about some things that's happened in the past couple of weeks. There are some mods, that we're going to talk about that were on the white car that I completely neglected. Like the title should say mods that I neglected, not mods I overlooked, like legitimately. There's some things that could have got me in, could have costed me a lot of money. I'm always, when I experience these things here on the channel, like whether they're racing or high performance or stock, they apply. And I actually shot a video today. Like I said, I got like 3 or 4 videos to get out. And I know that stuff has like an expiration date, but we're going to still get it out to you guys. Cause I appreciate you guys for following us. I got to have that. So anyways, there's a couple mods and I'm just going to go right into it. Like one of the biggest mods that a lot of people like overlook or neglect. And I'm pretty sure was the culprit to an NMRA event. Like, we went to NMRA and we blew our car up. Like, it wasn't bad, but it was due. Then last week, and I got all this footage, you know, I spent like 40 hours in here grinding. Like, guys, when I say get your shit out the jack stands, that applies to me too. So I kind of went a little bit dark on everybody last week, so I apologize. You know, it's going to be kind of a similar event this week because, like I said, we got 3 back-to-back races. And, you know, I got a lot of good content I want to show you, a lot of stuff that's applicable from, you know, the racing format to the stock. And one of them, I'm just going to come right off the bat and say it. You guys, my injectors were disgusting. Like, we had cleaned them like a year ago or 6 months ago. And E85 creates a goo, right? There's some shit that'll clog your injectors up. But this goes for gas, not so much. But when you start getting into like the methanols and the E85s, you start getting, I mean, even a little bit of race gas, you can get shit in your injectors. And even the most stock of injectors, I'm telling you, can be clogged. And let me tell you, in my experience, what I experienced last week, I had 2 sets of 160s, right? So I had Bosch 160s, okay? And the injectors that I have are like $1,300 a set, right? They're high performance, but that shit applies to stock injectors too. You know, maybe not as important, like as far as like cylinder pressures and boost levels and all that other stuff, but it still applies. So everything that I try to do here in the channel, race format wise, I try to apply it to a stock, you know, stock setting. So our injectors, it's a wonder we didn't torch that whole block and we sitting on 2 broke ass blocks. I'm not even gonna lie to you. But I'm pretty sure, you know, I'm just going to go ahead and say it because I mean, live streams are a little bit different than regular, you know, than posting stuff. But I mean, we lifted both heads. I mean, we were on full send on a dot. I hate dot tires. I hate having to, I mean, radials are a different thing. Like our coupe, we're going to actually go down that road where we're going to mess with some pro bracket radials at some point. Because I'll be able to change the angles, the bar angles, because that's all fully adjustable rear axle. So I look forward to that shit. You know, I look forward to trying to get down on a radial for sure. But in these cars with their factory 4-link stuff, it's a little bit more difficult because you can't get a lot of bar angle into them. And it's a little bit difficult to get that radial to stick and separate. So anyways, we were racing at Norwalk and I was on a dot slick, which is the Hoosier QuickTime Pros. And we did pretty good. We went 9.0s at 157. I mean, the car was flying, but guys, when it just burned down. I burned the car down. And it wasn't because I had too much boost in it. It was because I had a number of things going on in my car that I was unaware of, neglecting it. You know, it's going to be a good video. I'm going to pretty much put it all pretty much in one video. It's going to be a little bit longer than normal, but we're going to kind of go through and just catch you up. That's one of the videos we're going to do this week, plus the one I shot today, which was a whole complete different thing. So anyways, Norwalk, we went 3 straight. Okay, so I'll talk about that here in a second. Now let me catch up with some of these, some of the chat, guys. Again, it's usually a little bit longer, a little bit later than this is usually a little bit later to live stream than I normally am. So, but I just wanted to get one in before I went to Ford Takeover. What's up, Stick Shift Friend? What's up, Vance? Good to see you, brother. You going to Ford Takeover? Yes, I am actually throwing a stick shift shootout there. So, as far as Ford Takeover, we're going to be talking about Ford Takeover here in just a minute, a little bit more. Jesse Workman, hey, you have a lot on your plate, including this. Yeah, dude, let me tell you what, bro. I appreciate you seeing that, Jesse, because I'm going to tell you, man, you guys see that shit in members chat. You see it, right? I mean, I'm exhausted, bro. Like, I wasn't going to live stream tonight. But I said to myself, you know, you need to get your ass up off the damn couch. Because, I mean, I actually sat down for like 5 minutes and almost fell asleep. And I was like, no. That's not how we play the game, man. You know, get your ass up. You know, get motivated, get out here and, you know, hang out with some of your Fox Body, you know, friends, talk some Fox Body shit for a little bit. And then we, you know, and then we'll go to bed, you know, then I'll go to bed and get some rest. You know what I mean? I got a long day tomorrow. Like I said, you're going to be seeing the video this week on what we're doing tomorrow. Usually when I make videos, they're usually just happened. You know what I mean? We got a video from last night, Conley Motorsports Park, and no prep. I'm going to show y'all a little bit of footage from that. Ended up losing my the license plate that I had from Dan Watts Racing. So I'm real proud of my man Dan Watts Racing for for his accomplishments. If you guys remember, he's been on a really shit long streak of bad motors, just one problem after another, and it's just right now he's sitting on a motor right now that's absolutely mint, and I'm proud of him for working through. And it's the stuff we talk about here in the channel, getting your shit off the jack stands. It's just and the persistence and the drive just to finish. And it's about the journey more than it is the destination. You know what I mean? It's just, learning experiences. And there's things that happened today that had other things not happened, that even if they were the wrong ones, say, I thought the timing chain was messed up, but in order for me to find that out, I had to pull half the car apart, and I found other stuff. So like, there's a series of events that, in life that have to happen sometimes. And I'm no expert with that shit, but as far as my experiences are concerned, some things you just you stay motivated, you get the shit done, and you'll just eventually figure it out, because you can only fail so many times before you win, right? I mean, you can only throw the basketball at a basketball hoop so many times before the damn thing goes in, right? So Jesse Workman, man, I appreciate the $10 super sticker, man. We'll put that towards some diesel this weekend when we're on our way to Tennessee. We'll be talking about Ford Takeover here in just a second. Shelby County, what's up, big dog? You coming down to, am I going to see you at Ford Takeover again? Brady Dale, how we doing, bro? Mark Turner, can't wait for this weekend. Hell yeah, bro. You getting down on them 26s, or you putting them 28s back on? What's up, Miguel Rivera? So I want to make a special shout out for my man, Miguel Rivera. He actually has been going to, getting us a lot of footage. So you guys know I like to do stick shift shit with stick shift friends. Trademark Hanlon. And and he he's been getting some good footage. I got like a little short video on Facebook. If you guys, I do a lot of stuff on the business side of Facebook, not the personal, like the Neo Mustang side, so you guys can see some of this footage there. But I like, we did we're doing the stick shift no prep Tremec sponsored series with 8 races this year. And like I said, yesterday was the first race, was because the first one was canceled, so it was technically the second one, but we already have it right now. Anyway, so I want to make a special shout out to Miguel, because he got me some footage for for some stick shift shit. So appreciate you, brother. Yeah, man. I'm trying to catch up here. Well, the issue. Okay, so let me ask. He's asking a question. Hey, Neo, I would have issues if I put pistons in different cylinders. No, I have a set of pistons, but don't have what cylinders they want. Okay, so you got to make sure that the rods are correct to the crankshaft. As far as like, I wouldn't put like, if you have like 1 through 4, you can turn and put in 5 through 8. But if you have like number 1, if you have like 3 number 1s, they can all go in the passenger bank as a stock style. You see what I mean? We like to flip our pistons. Meaning 1 goes to 5, 2 goes to 6, vice versa. Because when you flip them, the dots face backwards. I've been doing that for years. It's an old dirt track trick. It's good for a couple horses, but if you don't know what you're doing with it, you could get, you could get it backwards, and then your motor will run like shit. So well, the issue I'm having is I bought a set of pistons from an 87 to 93, and I'm putting them in an 86 302. There's no problem with that. Just put them in the stock bores. They're 1 through 8, right? I'm going to stay on 26s. I know what they like. I will be going back to 28s when I have more time to test. Got some upgrades to do after the race this weekend. Hell yeah. I'll be looking forward to seeing y'all down there. So, like I said, we're going to be thrashing this week. We were thrashing last week, bro. Let me tell you what. We hurt the car at NMRA. And there was some crazy shit. I mean, Murphy's Law was after me. Yeah, I'm telling you, they was after me Saturday. I'm not even going to lie to you. Took the car, got the car back together, still was running like shit. But it would make wide open throttle pulls. So I wasn't worried about it, because we weren't really going to be in idle anyways, right? So we get back here to the damn shop, and the oil pressure was reading 5. I'm like, well, here it is. It's time to clean out the old black car, and we're going to put it in the trailer and head to Ford Takeover, and I'll just run the event. I'm not going to, but the racer guy in me and the get your ass back get your ass back to work guy said, you know what? I bet you that transducer is having some problems on Holley. I bet you that damn thing got some shit in it or something. So, I mean, what's the chances of that, right? So I put the mechanical one on that used to be, because I took the cowl panel oil ones off because I keep getting comments like, you have no oil pressure. Like, it's Holley. It's on a transducer on the motor. We disconnected it. We just ain't took it off yet. About tired of having to copy paste that comment back. But, we took it off. Anyways, it's a mechanical oil pressure. So we put it on the motor and we ended up getting, it had like 50 pounds of pressure. I'm like, damn transducer. And then when I plugged the damn thing back in after I cleaned a little bit, it started working again. So I almost gave Saturday about 1 o'clock about 4 hours before the race. We was grinding out here in the sun trying to get the damn thing work. I mean, same thing I tell you on the channel. Like, stay motivated and get your shit out the jack stand. And that's what I kept going through my mind. I'm like, I can't not go to my own points race and not compete. That car was not 100%. And now I'm going to show you why this week. And it's going to be like, how the hell didn't you see that? It's going to be completely obvious. But it was a number of things, not on top of whatever. I don't know. It's applicable shit. But anyways, we definitely trying to find this. We definitely been on a grind. And like I said, it's the same shit I'm always talking. It's been you can probably hear it in my voice. I'm just tired, bro. But we ain't quit. We ain't giving up. I'm gonna make this shit happen. We got one more race to go through. Like I said, I'm taking a break in July. We had 3 straight Tremec sponsored events, that I had to go to, that I had to represent, right? Regardless if the car's hurt. It doesn't matter. That's the loyalty I have to some of these brands that they take care of us. We got to take care of them. But we got to set our second stick shift no prep is like this July 6th. And I'm actually going to get a chance to just chill. Now, I'm really, really looking forward to the Motor City Fox Fest that Tom Clark and Stiflers and, a number of other, Ford Performance, I think, and we're right at Ford headquarters. I love that. I love the fact that we're just in the headquarters parking lot. That's what really brings it makes my hair stand up. It's crazy. It's just like, you're at the place your car was built and you get to hang out and with other Fox body guys. And it's not just the 87, 93, it's the 79 to 04. And you ask any Ford guru, they will tell you that's all still the Fox platform. You see what I mean? So, and it's all the Fox platforms. It's the Zephyrs. It's all of them. So the Cobras, the New Edges, love it. So you get a chance to meet a lot of people, have a lot of fun, and get a chance to, hang out or whatever, but be able to just chill and relax, see some subscribers, see some members, say hello. But where we at? Donnie B in the house. Yeah, I was curious if you got the issue fixed after we talked. Donnie, you're not going to believe. I'll send you some text messages. So I'll send you some text messages, let you see what I found. You're going to be like, what? Yeah, wait till you see the injectors too. So there was like 3 issues, and they were, and 2 was getting me by, but 1 was a culprit of why it blew up. And yeah, it's just, needless to say, I got a brand new 363, guys. I got a brand new, minus the like piston rings and shit. Wait till you guys see some of it. I'm tired just talking about it. So big shout out to Donnie B. I appreciate you stopping in. That's Anderson Ford Motorsports. They take care of us here on the channel whenever we need some stuff, he sold us a B451 camshaft that we're gonna be doing content on the black car. We got a couple mufflers I got prepped ready to go for some videos, but like I said, we've been racing nonstop. So after next weekend, we're gonna be pretty chill. We're gonna get up back on our content and get caught back up. So guys, it's me going dark. It's just getting shit done. We're not planning on stopping our content here on YouTube. And if I miss a live stream or if I miss a couple load days for videos, have no fear. We got some shit going on, bro. So I can guarantee you we'll get caught up. So, I appreciate you, Jimmer. What's up, bro? Missed you last week. Yeah. So like I said, I know a lot of you guys follow, I appreciate you guys following the channel. I know some people would say, well, that's not like him. He doesn't not do a live stream. It's just been busy. That's all. Next week, you guys already know I'll be in Ford Takeover and we traveling Sunday. So me doing a live stream would be very difficult. So won't be doing a live stream. That's exactly why I'm sitting here right now instead of falling asleep on my couch, because I need to get, we got to get caught up. We got to get caught up. You guys got to know, this is what we do. So I want you guys to stay motivated. The machine shop was supposed to get me those Pro Max heads. He told me the 1.9 valves would fit. Turns out they won't. So now I'm ordering AFR Enforcer. So I'd be curious to see what AFR Enforcers would do for us here on the channel too. Because I got an old set. Like, we're going to be doing a stock bottom end 351 rebuild. Like, we're going to do it for Cousin Paul in the Clapper Coupe. And, we're going to use, it's sitting literally right here on the table. That jacked up block that's got the chunk missing at the bottom of the damn cylinder. I'm just going to use it. Like, we're just going to bore it 30 over. We're not sleeving shit. With those with those 351 pistons that I've showed you like 5 times now, we're going to put them in there. We're going to build a nice little stock bottom end 30 over 351. And I got a set of old Windsor heads, like cast iron ones. Pretty sure I could probably get rid of them and go to an Enforcer head. I'd be interested to see what they would, what kind of power those things would put down. It depends. Auto, manual, which cam? Okay, so Clifton. Hey, what's the best gear ratio? 373, 410, car pushing 450, 12 pounds. Supercharger, you're going to want to stay 355. Listen, when in doubt, put a 355. When in doubt. Because a 355 gear, it depends on your transmission. So if you got a transmission that's got like a steep gear, is it steep? Yeah. Low gear? I don't remember. The number that goes up is low, whatever. If you got a T5, then you're looking at like a 335 first gear, which the car's going to accelerate pretty quick in first gear with a 373. That's why I like 355s. Matter of fact, we're rocking a 327 right now in our black car. And I'm going to be honest with you guys, with the 327 first gear that I have in the TKX and matched with the hey, that's right. It does match. So the 327 that matches the axle in the back, it's a really good cruise gear. I'm not gonna lie, and it still gets down. I still trip them damn tires in every damn gear with the 327. So, but since you have a supercharger, 373, 410s, always been a popular combo. Pretty much if you're gonna race it a little bit, but if you're gonna definitely cruise it a little bit, depending on your first gear ratio, if it's like I said, a stock T5 would be 335 or a TKX would be 327, unless you bought the close, was it open ratio? I don't remember. I'm too tired to think about it. So a Tronic 3550 is a 327 first gear. So I would run with a 355 all day. All day, baby, and twice on Sunday. So who's got 36,000 subs? What up, Turbo Man? Ain't seen you in a while, brother. How you been? The Enforcer heads with larger valves, 260 intake, 170 exhaust, better than GT40s. I do? Oh, you know what? You're right. I don't know. I'm not even paying attention right now, brother. Tired, man. We're going to get there. We're going to get there. Damn camera. Oh. Anyway. Yeah, if you guys got some tech questions, just hit me up. Just ask. I'll try to answer them best I can. So anyways, let me finish off. We'll talk about some other things that I neglected on the white car here a little bit in a second, but let me finish off the Norwalk thing. As far as NMRA went, let's just put it this way, it went. So being that we're pretty, we're pretty loyal to the brands, like especially like Tremec and McLeod and Hanlon Motorsports and such. So when they're doing an event, and Tremec puts a lot of money in the NMRA stuff. The stick shift shootout is, obviously you can see it on the black car. We got it all over the damn black car. It was a big deal back years ago, and it was heads up. And like if you ran dot tires in True Street on Saturday, like Sunday, you used to be able to put slicks on and used to be able to run quarter-mile heads up. And it used to be like the who's who of stick shift, especially here in Ohio when they came to Norwalk. It was a good time. And then about 5-6 years ago, they turned it to this stagger start, no breakout thing, which kind of, it isn't really the best method to be running a shootout. But, it is what it is. It played its part. It got some of the slower cars involved with the stick shift racing. And then now the nice thing is the NMRA has now chosen, not NMRA, but Tremec, because it's their shootout, has decided in NMRA together, and it's been posted. I posted all over Facebook that it's going to be heads up again. So it's going to be fun. So Bowling Green, there's only 3 stick shift shootouts in a year. They have one in Florida. They have one at Norwalk, which we just had this past weekend, 2 weekends ago, where we lifted the head. And then we spent 50 hours fixing it. Well, not just that, it was other things. And then there's one in Bowling Green, and that's the actual last race. So Bowling Green is going to be straight heads up, $500 a runner up, $2K if you run a Tremec McLeod, and $1,500 clutch certificate. So there's like potential $4,000 there to win if you win the shootout. So it's going to be pretty dope. Look forward to that. But anyways, back to NMRA. It's a wonderful day, no rain, good sun, good air, 30-mile cruise. We did do a video on it, Pat, last week. I'm sorry, that's like the only thing I got put up. So yeah, moving on. On our last True Street pass, we ended up making the top 8 with King of the Street, which is what I was going to do to turn it up against, other 8th mile cars. And the car just wasn't having it. And there was like a bunch of things wrong with it. But that, one of the things I overlooked was, timing chains wear out, injectors get clogged, head gaskets blow. There's definitely some mods that play a part in that. So yeah, I agree with that. True Street wasn't exactly like, we didn't actually make our, usually True Street meetings at like 1:00. It was at like 3. And I'm not hating on it, because you know what? It is what it is. You know what I mean? We still ended up getting it in. But 6:30, the nice thing, the one thing they changed about True Street NMRA, and I know some of you guys never experienced that, is we were able to actually go back to our trailer after the 30-mile cruise, which was felt like it was 50, and got a chance to nut bolt check our car, like to check some, because I started hearing some drivetrain noise. So I wanted to check my drive shaft, which would have definitely been a safety thing. So, but I mean, obviously when you line back up, you make 3 back-to-back passes, and that gets you qualified for the shootout on Sunday. But we lifted ahead. Holy shit. It's funny when I look at parts and I find them, they're broken. It's like everything's just breaking. I'm pretty sure my 31 spline axles are bent from the black car. I couldn't see it without glasses. My ass is getting old. They're sitting right here. And I just was talking about this shit, and I looked over and I'm like, the splines are definitely got a little bit of, yeah. Shit. I think the one's fine, but I think the other one's jacked up. I'll show you guys in a video when I do the, because I'm going to be doing the 8.8 axle stuff for the black car. So anyways, what's up, 650? It's good to see you, Edgar. Happy Father's Day, brother. When I pulled my motor, the timing chain was loose as I want. Listen, wait till you see how loose mine was. I'm just going to tell you that. I could play music with it. Still, that shit still worked, bro. So a trick I want to tell you guys here in the channel real quick, when it comes to regarding timing chains. And like I said, everything I do racing, I'm going to apply to stock stuff. So I'm talking to the whole audience, right? I'm not just talking shit about racing stuff. This stuff applies to stock stuff. So if you feel like you think maybe the timing chain's seen its days, very simple, just like, some of the little tips and tricks that I do here on the channel. If you got a sloppy timing chain, you simply just put the stock bolt is 15/16. Get a stock bolt and a ratchet into the crank pulley to where it's on there, right? You're going to loosen it or whatever. And then take your cap and rotor off, or just take your cap and plug wires off, set them off to the side, and watch your rotor. So if you have a sloppy timing chain, move it back and forth. And if the rotor doesn't move, you got a lot of play in your damn timing chain. Because I mean, if you move at all, that rotor should be moving. You see what I'm saying? So it's kind of like a tip trick. I talked about it in the video today. I felt I'd tell you here on the live stream. When it comes to timing chains, you can kind of get an idea how sloppy your timing chain is by doing that, by putting a ratchet, a little extension and a 15/16 bolt for stock applications and moving them back and forth and watching the rotor. So just a little tip trick here. So you have made a lot of passes on the white car. It's been good to you. Yeah. And you know what? It's a constant, like, I think there's that Instagram, TikTok funny that's just like, if you want to be broke all your life, own a car. It's not far from it. And it's funny because my girlfriend's father came to watch us race yesterday. And he said he has like a hobby with license plates. And there's like he's got 5 digits of license plates. It's ridiculous. He's got them all over his house. He's got just storage bins full of them. So that's pretty cool. I mean, it's not much different than me collecting car parts. He's like, he laughed at Katie and he said, he's like, your boyfriend's got a worse hobby. We good. I mean, I've only done. Be back. I love how YouTube when I run. I run all my live streams through StreamYard. I love how YouTube's behind like all my stuff. Like, can't even see it. Ridiculous. Okay, so sorry about that. I've only done one True Street NMRA event, but many Fun Ford. Listen, Fun Ford was the best because it was everything that the NMRA wasn't, but it was almost a copy paste. I thought Fun Ford was dope. And I asked you when last time you checked your timing chain, bro. Yeah. I'm going to be honest with you. I have no idea. It's like that. Yeah, I have no idea. No idea. That's exactly why, we're sitting there with that motor that's tore apart in the front. I should have just pulled the damn block. It would have been faster. I'm going to be honest with you. It would have been faster for me last week to just pull the damn block, take everything apart, throw some new bearings and rings in it, put it back together. I'm going to be honest with you. That's how much work we did. It would have been faster. And that had the injectors clean while I was at it. That's why I tell you guys, I hear on the channel, I was like, get your shit out the jack stands and make a damn list. And then be prepared. Like, I was trying to be as prepared as possible. And I kind of failed at it. You know what I mean? I'm like, oh, I'll just fix this. Oh, I'll just fix this. While I'm here, I'm going to do that. While I'm here, I'm going to do that. Not getting any sleep. Tired, bro. Not going to complain now. Let me tell you what. When I don't have shit going on, then I'm going to be bored and mad. So I don't even know why I'm mad right now. Right? Like, it's what we do, baby. It's what we do. We grind and get the shit done. Because everything you do that, when you get shit done, then it applies to everything else in life. Like, you just stay motivated. And screw motivation. It's just having the discipline to get shit done. You know what I mean? Right. Make a list. Like today I made a list, man. I knocked it out, bro. I'm not even gonna lie to you. I killed it. Got right down to the damn the bottom crank timing gear, bro. Let's check this out. And it wouldn't come off. I took everything apart. I'm like, man, I'm making good time today. It's Father's Day shit. I started about 10:30, about 2 o'clock. We were having, some dinner, brunch, whatever, at like 3. I'm like, oh, I'm killing it. Right? And then comes that little gremlin, like, you ain't done yet. So the timing chain gear gave me a real hard time because there was some scuffing right at the tip of the crankshaft. So trying to get it off, like it wasn't scored up. It's just trying to get it off was a little bit of Pete. I had to get a big crowbar and I had to put a piece of wood against the block and literally pry the thing off. I mean, it's fine. It's just it was a bitch. I'm not gonna lie to you. It's crazy. Anyway, catching back up here. Sorry, guys. We got some unexpected news and a couple changes coming. Then we will release it again with a new inventory. What did he ask? Kent, what up, man? Thank you, man. Happy about Father's Day to you. That's the exact. That's right. I mean, when you said, "When's the last time you checked your timing chain, Miguel?" I just hit my head and looked the other way like you weren't even talking. Yeah, bro. Donnie B. Anderson Motorsports still going to offer the Fox MF Customs Terminator X kit. That's the ones I run. What happened to them? Uh-oh. Like, is everything good, though? I'm not gonna lie to y'all. I don't know what happened. You know what I think might be happening is I have a Wi-Fi signal. So I think I just turned it off. We'll see if that actually works. But I have a Wi-Fi signal that might be trying to override my cord signal. I don't know why it would do that. I don't know. I as soon as that froze, I looked down and I looked at my internet signal and it was full. I don't know. Sorry, guys. Again, like I said, when you see that happening, it music comes right back. It's stupid. And we all making funny, pay the damn internet bill. Well, you know what? The internet bill is like $150, and then I got to pay another $100. I don't know if y'all got some Spectrum and shit, but that is the stupidest bill in the world. So I'm gonna go on my soapbox for about 37 seconds because it seems like every time, and ain't nobody want to look at that damn bill. Like it's like got like 15 different buy a cell phone here. I don't want to buy that shit. I just want to pay my internet bill, and then I look at it and it's like, how to go up 50? Y'all know what I'm talking about. Cable bill is ridiculous. Shit. I better go in there and say, you better give me some better. I got a fiber wire. That's what they told me I had. But I'm pretty sure a fiber wire goes underground. It don't go up in the damn. It doesn't get attached to your house, right? So I got kind of schooled on that real quick. I'm like, well, that was $300 wasted. So sorry about the internet. The way I break my clutch in, who asked the clutch question? I try to find a gently used clutch first. That 500 miles. Listen, let me. Okay, you guys know I run a McLeod RXT HD twin, and I run that for a reason. That clutch is probably one of, if not the best, shelf clutch that you can just order and forget about. If you're not even if you're making around 1,000 wheel, that clutch will work very well for you. It's not super aggressive. Take that back. It's aggressive enough, and the pedal feels like stock. That's why I'm always promoting that clutch. My buddy Tyler Garlock last night won the stick shift no prep series. Not the series, but the first race. And he's been on that clutch for like 2 years. And if you could learn to know how the clutch works and how it flares, especially racing with it, it's a very, very forgiving clutch. I've burned through my RXT once, changed my clutch setting, readjusted it and shit, and it was fine for 2 years after that. As far as clutch break-in's concerned, if you really want to like break your clutch in, what I do is I drive it around the block and get it hot. Now, I'm not talking about a burnout shit. You know, I love me some burnouts, right? I'm talking about driving it stoplight to stoplight. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. You see what I mean? Like shifting it. Go through your little neighborhood or whatever. Don't get on it because you don't have to. Come back. It's hot. It's flared. It's starting to wear in, whatever. I do like 5 heat cycles. I'll put maybe 20 miles on it. I'll readjust it, make sure it's good, send it. You know what I mean? Send it. I mean, Dan Watts put the McLeod RXT in his car and didn't put like literally any miles on it. Went out there and drag and drive, and it went really well. I think it went really well. I mean, he hasn't reported back, but I mean, he beat me in an 8th mile yesterday. I mean, I'm not making any excuses. We got some stuff that we got to figure out on the white car, but that car flying, bro. That car went 580s yesterday. And I think he, if he would have had the time slip up, I think that would have been one of his PRs for 8th mile. So car's flying. It's RXT, bro. So as far as clutch in when it comes, it's heat cycles. It's not miles. They put this mile number on it for like warranty reasons, probably for number one. And number two, they figure after 5 miles or 500 miles, you've had enough heat cycles on your clutch, it's probably going to be fine. And 500 is a lot, to be honest with you. That's crazy. The MF Customs adapter kit will be able to all accessories and no additional harnesses. Oh, so the Gen 2 new harness kit does not have an AC built into it. However, we offer, okay, so MF Customs is the one who does the Donnie B Gen 2 kit. So you guys know. And I run both of them. I actually have a spare one that I carry around. So the white car's been on the Gen 2 kit for a while now. And I absolutely love it. My CTS went out, my coolant temp sensor. I just made a new one. I didn't have to buy a Holley one. Not saying that you need to buy a Holley one. And I'm not saying that the normal base kit's not good. I'm not saying that at all. The Gen 2 kit they rewired a bunch of stuff. They actually made the TFI adapter better. And there's just a laundry list of stuff that made it more applicable for like stock Ford sensors. Like we run the TPS, you know what I mean? The IAC, all that stuff's, stock plugs, you know what I mean? So it's pretty cool. So I definitely will be, we bought 2 kits, or we had 2 kits, and I had them both switched over by Dan over at MF Customs. Matter of fact, Dan gave me the EVTMs. If you don't know what that is, it's an electronic like shop manual, and he helped me figure out the black car's dash wire. Like he sat there on a phone, and Donnie B's spent, I mean, it's Donnie, I'm going to give you a call and let you know. I do want to apologize about how frustrating I was on the phone. I mean, I wasn't frustrated at him. It's just, he can tell you, like, I'm ready to burn this car down. I don't know what's wrong with it. And we went over everything, and he that tune wise, I mean, he's helped me a lot with a lot of the basic in the advanced, a little bit of the advanced Holley stuff. So, these 2 guys here in chat are, really important here in the community. If you guys are looking for Terminator X stuff, if you're looking for, aftermarket, support with like, even the Holley brand or Anderson products or what have you, Donnie B here's in the chat. So make sure you guys check them out. Donnie B, with aftermarket pistons, any reason not to get the B41 over the B31? All right, Jimmy, man, I appreciate you. Got to run. Happy Father's Day to you. See you this week in the videos, brother. Thanks for stopping in. So my Infinity internet was only 108. So it's funny because Chris, I look, I pay like $100 for 1 gig. And then I think it's 1 gig download, which doesn't really mean much past like 100. I mean, it does, but it doesn't. But it's got 50 or 40 upload. And uploads where you're like, is really cool because you can upload stuff really quick for the most part. 50 upload, whatever. And I pay like $130 a month for that stuff. And Spectrum got me on some bullshit. They were like, oh, we'll put a fiber wire in for your house where you'll get that. You have to have that for the 1 gig download. And it cost me like $300. And then this one guy that installs, he just was trying to sell me some other internet stuff. He's like, you realize that fiber wire has to go under the ground. I'm like, what? He's just like, I don't think it comes from the pole, bro. So, I mean, if somebody knows this, I mean, because isn't it like glass and shit? I don't know. I'm gonna stop talking about it. Spectrum makes me, internet bill, the cable bill makes me irritated. I'm not even gonna lie to y'all. Irritated AF, bro. What Mark say? I'm running a spec stage 3. It's good clutch with a 427 with a load of torque. So we run the RXT HD on the 408 with 1,000 torque. I mean, both my cars made 1,000 torque to the wheels well, it doesn't anymore, but the black car did that with the, it's kind of funny because, I tell people like it made like 820, 970 wheel on like 18 pounds of boost when the 363 was in the black car, which is close to what it does now. It makes a little bit more because it's different with Holley. And people were like, oh, you're going to break the TKX. It makes 800 horsepower. And I'm like, the TKX is rated by torque. And some people don't get that. But fiber wire can run into a pole too. It depends on how they run it. So, okay. So, yeah. So you can get fiber wire from the pole. So they weren't bullshitting me. I don't know. I don't know nothing about this stuff. That's why I'm asking. Only Holley I need is a 600. Okay. There's nothing wrong with that. Carburetors will skin some asses, bro. For sure. You will get skinned up on a carburetor that's well tuned to a motor. Faux show. All the guys I race with, half the guys I race with no prep are carb cars. Some of them are blow through, some of them are nitrous. It's tough. I'm gonna tell you what. 2,500 pound coupe, some bead locks, good cage, some limiters in the front, a little bit of travel in the front. 408, 393, 408, 427 on a shot with a big 430, 456 gear in the back. Good luck, especially in 8th mile. You have to you literally have to you have to chase that dude. So, all right. What else do we got to talk about? I'm gonna show you guys some footage and shit. Motor City Fox Fest. I want to end with. So yesterday we had the Coonley Motorsports Park shit go on, which was awesome. And yeah, we're gonna check some of that stuff out real quick. I don't know which one's which though, so I have to open. So here's me and Watts. This was a great race. Was this it? Yeah. So my dude Watts here. Shit, I don't mind. I don't mind losing at all. I don't give a damn about losing. I like to have fun. Sometimes you got to lose to get better. Where'd he go? Here we go. Oh, present. Sorry. Your browser having trouble sharing the video. This can only happen. Files invalid. I don't understand that. So I can't share those ones yet. I got to actually put it in a format. What do I have that I can actually share? There's not really much there. I mean, other than the stuff that Miguel gave me. I don't know why it won't let me share that, Miguel. Same with the Magnolia stuff. That's bullshit. Man, I was going to share all that stuff. Anyway, moving on. The TKX is also rated at 4,000 pounds. That's correct. A lot of tacos to get that. I will have a. So who's going to? I want to talk about Ford Takeover one more time. So is anybody here in chat going to Ford Takeover? We do have a. The reason why I talk about it is I'm running the stick shift shootout on Saturday, so I'm going to be pretty busy. But the way it looks like, with the itinerary that I had in mind, if you guys plan to come to Ford Takeover and stop by the booth and say hello, whatever, I'm gonna probably do it's a 1-day event, so we have until midnight, and we have Mass Traction took care of the track. So Tremec is sponsoring the TKX, which is like $3,000. McLeod's has a $1,500 cert. This year, it's actually the RXT HD with the flywheel. So big shout out to those two companies for pitching in. That's like $4,500 shit. And I did a $200 buy-in with 16 cars, and I actually have 4 alternates too. So I don't want to run more than 16 cars because I don't want to be in a hurry. Last year, the track sucked, and literally the track guy said, listen, unless you get this race done in less than 2 hours, which is 16 cars plus a loser bracket, then we're not going to be able to do this until 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock. And you guys don't have the track until the end. So big shout to Caleb because he went through a lot of hoops to get the new owner of the track to let us use the track until midnight if we need to. So granted, there's any sort of weather conditions at Tennessee this weekend, rain, whatever, we'll get the shit done in a good, timely manner. So that's going to be, like I said, we're traveling like 700 miles to throw this shit and make it happen. So the itinerary is going to be, I think, Ford Takeover. I think he has the cruise on Friday morning. There's a little bit of hangout on Thursday night. That's usually what happened, but I'll probably be traveling. Friday morning, there's a cruise. You go to the dyno, make some power. We do the burnout and the hangout thing Friday night. Saturday, we do, we're at the track early. I think the vendors will be there 7 or 8 in the morning, and that's when we're set up for our shootout. But our first round is going to be, I think we're going to do like a driver meeting at like 9 or 9:30 or some shit. I got to talk to the track guy when I get there. I'll have it all laid out a little bit better for everybody, and I'll make sure that everybody knows. So got 16 cars locked in. I think we got, let me look at the venue. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 Coyote swap cars. Chris Ridge is a modular, Buntley's a modular, Lukanov's a modular, Dan Watts and Jeff Smith are modulars. We got 5 modulars, 6 Coyote swaps. What else we got? And I think we have 5 push rods. So there's me, Ellsworth, Turner, Costa. Is that right? And I think there's one more. I think there's only 4 of us. No, oh, Scott Turner. Okay, so Scott. So we have 5 push rods, 5 modulars. Well, 4 valve, whatever. And then 6 Coyote swaps. Because I know Coyote's modular too. I know. So it's like push rod versus modular. I couldn't have set that up any better. It's going to be a good time. So we got myself, if we get my car right. We got Handler Motorsports, who didn't make it last year because he broke his car, but his shit, I'm telling you guys, watch out. Handlin's car is fast, boy. I know what that thing does. Got Big Dan Watts coming in, man. Let me tell you what, bro. That car just beat me yesterday. It went a 580 something. Skylar Hardy's got his shit set up on he's done a lot of mods to that car, like he did like a tamer, like one of the things that in his tire and his suspension and making more power. Skylar's worked really, really hard to make that car go fast, and I've watched that car get faster and faster, and it's going to be wonderful to see how fast it goes down at Takeover this year. Yeah, I think he's on a slick this year. So last year he was on a radial. He's not gonna, he's gonna be flying, bro. Jesse Costa, everybody, Jeff Smith, Scott Turner, Mark Turner, Scott. Listen, Scott Turner, unfortunately, bent up his, hit the wall like 2 months ago. So if anybody's got a big shout from me today, it's that dude. And under adversity, he wasn't even in the main race. Like at the beginning, he was like the 3rd alternate, or wasn't even that. It's something like 4th alternate. I don't know if Mark's still in there. I don't even remember, but he was deep in the alternate list. And we had a couple decide that they're going to do something else. Race somewhere else, or didn't have a motor ready or whatever. In our alternate list, I had people ready to come into the alternate list, and Scott took the only spot that came available. So he went from like the 4th alternate to like the 1st alternate, and then he got into the race. So, but anyways, he had a broken car, like literally like 2 months ago. And he got this shit all back together. It looks a little grudge looking now. It got a little multicolor. He got no time for that paint right now. He's trying to make A to B passes. So big shout to Scott Turner for what he's done. Skyler is a good dude. Met him at FTO. Yeah, definitely a good dude. I have a blast when I'm around Skyler. I mean, he and I have this like witty humor shit. It's just funny. Like I'll say something and he'll just say something and it just makes the shit all funny. He's just a fun dude to hang out with. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. Fun as hell. Him and Dan Watts, definitely cool. Is Watts' car's face plated? No. Did you give him his plate back? I did. Listen. So, for whatever reason, Dan's Motors, he's went through multiple motors. You know, if you watch this, if you guys want to follow him, he's Dan Watts Racing over on YouTube. He's also SVT Dan on Instagram, whatever. Really good dude. Really good dude. Really good personality to follow on, you know, car guy stuff. So, anyways, long story short, we bought some blocks, which you guys seen. We bought like 7 illuminators or whatever. We found them at least, and we found them right in the nick of time. The dude wanted nothing but to do sick week, and like literally was just unlucky and just went through so many trials. People, he's the only dude that I know that hasn't slept 48 hours multiple times just so he can get his car done. Like he's the epitome of getting his shit off the jack stand. So, you know, he went through all of sick week, 1,000 miles, and raced the car at 5 different tracks and beat the shit out of it. And he was on his way home, and I was talking in chat, and he was just like, you know, I mentioned that, hey, it's my turn to burn my shit down. And I was kind of making a funny, but not really, because my car was running like asshole. And he's just like, what's going on tonight? And I'm like, Coonley, we have, you know, the Tremec no prep stick shift series. It was kind of, he's like, interesting. I'll be in town about 6 o'clock. Is that too late? I'm like, no, I'll buy you in if you actually, you know, we'll buy you in just in case. So he ended up getting there, and he ended up making some stick shift passes with us, and that field was super fast. There wasn't a duck in that field. We had 10 stick shift cars that were all 5-second cars, and it was wonderful to race with that. But anyways, I gave him his playback. The deal was he had to beat me twice, but you know, considering the shit, for him to go to sick week with no prep, I mean, it's crazy. What a great feat, man. Big shot. You know, he's like the epitome of you know, getting shit done, getting work done. So anyways, what up? Hanlon in the house. Sorry, I don't know why chat's I'm seeing y'all's chat, but it's like lagged and shit. So ask him what he said. Your ears. Dan just mentioned you in your car. Son of a bitch. What'd he say? Man, let me pull the phone out. Bro, stop it. They gonna make me actually look at Facebook. What'd he say? I don't know. I see it. No major breaks in sick week for him, at least. Yeah. So, you know, his car's actually getting better. The nice thing that we did with that he did, you know, all I did, I found these blocks at a swap meet. There was like 7 illuminators there, like the 08, 09, 010, 2010 or whatever. They're like a anemic block and NMRA. I don't know, whatever. They're supposed to be like the best, better than Texid and the Watt block and whatever they call it. I don't know. I've been schooled on this shit. But I guess it's a really, really good block. We found 7 NOS blocks that weren't junk blocks, like, you know, because they made a run of them that were junk or whatever, and they threw them away. But they were true NOS blocks. So he had a chance to rebuild his motor on a brand new motor block, like almost, because they don't really have aftermarket stuff for that, I guess. I don't know. So he got to hit the reset button on a lot of his engine. So that shit's just starting to wear in. He made 1,000 wheel on like 15 degrees timing. So, you know, that car's going to be one to deal with soon. And he's got probably one of the best blowers on the market. We'll see if Whipple gives him a better one. So, can ignition control module make your car sputter? Yes. There's a lot of things make car sputter. Yeah, those blocks are definitely huge. So what we did, we found 8, but 1 sold at the swap meet. But the guy who sold it to us, Irvin or something like that, He said, "Hey, I got 7 more in my warehouse," and he had owned them since they were brand new in a box, and they were sitting literally. I mean, when I say warehouse, I mean warehouse. Like you'll get lost in this shit. Like it was just multiple buildings, and there was just trains and tractors and shit going everywhere. And it was just like, we look, he brought it off, down from the pallet rack. I mean, it was like way up in the damn corner. He brought it down from the pallet rack, and it was just like there were 7 blocks. So I drove up. I got there late because I think we were at a swap meet. I think we were at something. We were doing something else down there in Columbus. Were we racing? I don't remember. And I pulled into the yard, and Dan just had this smile on his face, like we just I couldn't get the money out of my pocket fast enough. These are all legit 7 blocks. So it was a pretty good story. Change program. It's going to change program for a couple people because we actually sold a couple of them. So it's going to be, good for some of the modular people that are actually looking for a block that, just wants to hit the reset button. Cause I mean, you're not going to find that stuff again. I mean, it's just not going to happen. It's like, it's the equivalent to us finding, A50 blocks. Would that be a good one? What's something production? Like maybe, here we go. It's the equivalent to us finding a pallet of NOS Mexican blocks. Imagine that. Like never been fired. So yeah, that's how important that is. Can you imagine that? I mean, Mexican blocks, I would pay $1,500 for $2,000 for a Mexican block just because it's a production block, but it's a badass block. So that's what that is. He says, if you can't beat him at FTO, he'll send me handling banner. He said, if you can beat him at FTO, I ain't worried about it. Where's this at? I love it, bro. I absolutely love it. I don't know where this shit's at. There it is. If I can beat him at FTO, I ain't worried about that. I'm trying to get to FTO. He gave me COVID, like COVID car stuff. Like his car's running super awesome now, and now he's now my car's not. I can't get any signal. I don't know what's going on here. So that is funny. I'm trying to find what he said. Anyway, moving on. So, Motor City Fox Fest. Is anybody going to that? Hang on. Earlier when you were talking about it, FTO, and saying that his shit is something to watch for. Oh. And like you're like over his shop or something, or is he posting it online? Yeah, he gave me Carvid, man. Now he deserved that plate though. He'd been wanting to get that plate back because every time I do some damn video, his plate's in the background. I never removed it from the door of the trailer, so that wasn't I wasn't being a dig. It wasn't a dig on him. I just bounded it to the trailer. I said, when it's time to hand it off, it's time to hand it off. So just to give you guys an idea what we're talking about, my buddy Dan Watts, I took his plate 5 years ago because I beat him best out of 3 races, and it's always been like a monument thing. It's just a competitive friendly thing. Like, who was that one guy on Street Outlaws that used to cut people's sleeves and shit? It's kind of like that. You know what I mean? Hey, if I beat you, I get this. And back in the day, you used to have to run a front plate on your car, and we used to race street cars. I mean, our cars were like 10-second cars then, which is still very fast. But the point of the matter is it was kind of a dick move because, like, if we pulled the plate off of your front car, if I beat you and I pulled your plate off your front car, it's probably a good chance driving through Madison where the damn track's at, you're going to get a ticket. So that was the whole catch. You see what I mean? So, like, a ticket was the bounty for not having a front plate because you lost it in a race. Imagine explaining that shit to a police officer. So we just carried it over the years, and we don't race each other every time we see each other. It's just, certain events and certain things. It's cool, whatever. I thought it was cool, whatever. Does the individual coil and plug works better than the distributor? You talking about coil and plug? Yes. Got my car tore down for body and paint. Hope to make it to some events next year. Hell yeah. So Motor City Fox Fest is at the Ford headquarters. We will be there on site with the black car. There actually is a no prep that night. We could go to Milan if we wanted to, but I'm racing enough. Like, September is going to be much like May was. So September, we're going to be racing every weekend. I didn't really want to race every weekend, but that's just the way the cards are going to play. July, we're taking a little bit of a break, except for the Fox City Motor Fest. We are going to Pacemakers July 6th to race No Prep Stick Shift, which is the second race. But the following weekend, I'm going to be able to chill in Detroit and hang out with some good people, some good members and good subscribers, and some good Fox Body friends of mine. So, like, we're gonna be putting the 408 back in the white car. Depending, I don't know. We got the 408 coming. Be done in a week or two. We talked about getting the coupe back on the road because I'd like to take the coupe to Bowling Green, but there's a lot of work to be done. So whatever. Miguel, you're ruining the fun. Who won't understand? I don't even know what you guys are talking about. So, anyways, we're gonna do a banner. Which one do y'all want to do? Andrew, if you're still in chat, what would it cost to get like 3 or 4 more banners? I'm getting greedy with this shit now. I got a whole roll of shit. So, yeah, I think as far as Chemic banners are concerned, we got a roll of shit here. I'll get some more too, but I like giving these banners away and give them a little shop swag. You got Ford Takeover. I got a whole box of shit coming for like stickers. If you guys can have these. I got a bunch of Tremec ones and ARP, and I just stuff that I'm not going to ever put on my cars. All the stickers and stuff that's on my cars are, except the BBK. We got to take BBK off. I'm gonna put Cometic there. Because Cometic, after this past week, Cometic said, "Hey man, we're just gonna go ahead and sponsor whatever gaskets you need for your car." I mean, we don't really use a lot of any gaskets, so he said, "Whenever you need head gaskets, we'll take care of you." So I want to take a big shout to Brendan Chess, friend of mine here locally, Kevin Chess. You remember the guy who let us borrow the scales? It's his son. He works for Cometic, and he pushed through a set of head gaskets for me in literally 24 hours, and that doesn't happen. So I want to say, if it wasn't for people like Brendan, people like Kevin Cragen over at TI Dyno, and Steve Lindsay at the machine shop, there's no way we would be where we're at right now. So, and they understood how, trying to make these sponsored events were. So I want to make a special shout out to Kevin Cragen at TI Dyno. You guys know him, the guy that we tune with over at the shop. Steve Lindsay in the back with the machine shop, and one more guy, Tom Sewell from Fuel Injector Development, who cleaned all my injectors like literally on the spot. He said, "Just drive to my house and I'll get them cleaned out." So I wanted to make a shout to those guys for sure. So we'll get out a Hanlon banner this week. So y'all hashtag handling it up. Make it happen. A little bit of top flag, baby. They sell everything 5 speed, 6 speed, GMO part. I don't give a shit. Hashtag handling it up. I'll spin the wheel of destiny. And we'll get it off to something. If Vance Cooper's still in the chat, if Matt Wright's still in the chat, I'm gonna take care of y'all best I can. If I don't get to you this week, I think Vance, I'll be seeing you soon eventually. But I got one of them Tremec banners for you. Like I said, when we meet up next time we go bang some gears. That Tremec box right there is the TKX. The one below it's the No Prep Stick Shift Point Series. That's the transmission I'm giving away at the end of the year. And the one on top of it is the Tremec TKX. It's the same one we got in the black car. That's the one we're giving away this weekend to somebody. Somebody winning that shit. It might be me. I don't know. Might be me. I need a handling for my shop. Yeah. So how I do the little giveaway is I'll just spin through here and I'll just click whoever's name it is. Like I can't do it like a random.org because there's no like numbers associated with it. So yeah. Anyway, I think we talked about everything. Guys, I appreciate you guys following me and just talking some shit. I kind of threw this live stream together, you know. When it comes to things I overlooked, like mods that I just neglected, one of the biggest things that I neglected probably were the injectors. I think there's one of the biggest experience things that I could give you here on the channel tonight in live stream. I don't care if you have stock injectors. Now, here's the cool thing about stock injectors is you could literally take a tire valve, make some sort of spray pressurized thing and make them click and clean them out. There's like a little cheap trick, and especially with like 19s and 24s and some of the old school fat one sprayer stuff, you can get those clean pretty much in your garage. And I'm going to do a video eventually about it for you guys, you know, especially for Fox bodies that have been sitting for a long time or a project that you're putting together. You know, hey, you can clean your own injectors, and then here's how, and it's cheap. When you start getting into like the performance side, we start getting into like 42, like pretty much 60s, 80s, you know, 120s, 160s, 210s. You're going to want somebody to professionally, because a lot of those injectors are like made for like liquid hydrogen or some shit. I don't know, liquid something. And they're not really made for gasoline, but they work really well, I guess. So you're going to want a professional to be messing with those injectors because you can't clean them like we were about to do with the, you know, we're going to do a video on it. It's going to be a pop-up video. Here's how I clean my injector. So, you know, I'm going to pitch it to all the guys who have bought a project that have 19s in them still. Guys, you're not going to max your 19s out till 300, 320 horsepower. So most of the mods you put on your car will still use factory injectors, but here's how you clean them. You know what I mean? And get them running good. So let me spin through real quick. Where we start at. Not a whole lot of people in on this banner, but that's okay. I am running a 36-1 crank trigger wheel with coil and plugs, and the car is so coil on plug is what we're doing in July, because it'll work on the 408 too. So, okay, here we go. Mike Sherrill, congratulations, bro. Mike Sherrill. Don't worry about the shipping. I'll cover the shipping, obviously. I just need you to give me your address. So you probably need an email. So let me hold on a second. So that's the email. Just hit it. Just hit me up and let me know, Mike, where to send it to. So we're also one thing before I get off the live here. We got our merch shit running. So we're going to be actually publishing our website that we worked on for a while. Me and Mike Johnson, 417 Fox. Guys, I can't tell you enough. I appreciate this man in the community and the stuff that he does. He's a good dude to work with. If you get a chance to say hello to Mike over at 417 Fox, super good people. He has a fulfillment style business with some of his merch, and he decided to, we applied to it, and he said, yeah, we'll accept you as a customer, and we're going to have it now to where you don't have to buy merch from me. I'll actually have a link for you to buy it. So if you're interested in supporting the channel, and we're going to do some really cool, like themed stuff. Like the very first t-shirt's going to be when we race the black car and the stock bottom end GT40 stuff. It's the shirt is fire, guys. I got a flag over here on my left arm. It says veteran owned, just like Team Z when I wear. It's got Neo Mustangs racing and performance and whatever in the front here. And then it's got this really cool graphic of the black car in the back, couple of pictures and some sponsor stuff. Guys, it's not a real busy t-shirt, but it's really fire. So we're going to do the white car, the black car. We're going to do Project Hot Wheels. We're going to do Dad's car. We're going to have themed t-shirts instead of just showing you the same shit that I always wear. You see what I mean? My work shirts. You know what I mean? So I hope you guys are pretty excited. I put a lot of time and effort into, well, I know Mike has. And Tom Clark, big shout out to him for making the graphic. I've been working back and forth with Tom Clark. And he's going to make us some really cool t-shirts to sell here on the channel. So you guys can walk around with some cool shit. So I think the next one we're going to do is Project Hot Wheels. I think Project Hot Wheels was a really cool car here on the channel. And I think that's going to be our next t-shirt. So if you guys are interested in, if you guys like the Project Hot Wheels shit, you know, we're going to get down, baby. Anyways, Neo, what brand injectors are you using? Bosch. So yeah. Anyways, we're going to be, when we do live streams, we'll be able to do, maybe do t-shirt giveaways somehow, maybe do a code. I don't know. I gotta mess with the website. Mike's helping me set it up to where, you know, we can, when you order, he'll print it and ship it to you. See what I mean? It's like Teespring, but way better. And it's Americans doing American shit. See what I mean? It's not some half-ass company making some half-ass shirt. You see what I mean? It's going to be quality and it's going to look really good. So you supporting me, you're supporting 417 and what he does in his business. So you're, you know, it's two birds with one stone. Americans doing American shit. You know what I mean? So it's going to be fire. I need help. Just blew my transmission. You probably have to buy another transmission. What happened? 68 fatty. So you'll be able to buy any size for the most part. Like I said, 417 Fox does fulfillment for several other. He does some for Foxcast Media. So make sure you go check out. I mean, I know Foxcast has a bunch of really cool brands and a bunch of really cool designs that he's done with Mike. So just a testament of his skills that he's done. So next one, like I said, next one we're going to do is Project Hot Wheels. And then we're going to probably do it in a blue shirt. I mean, there'll be a blue shirt available for it. Does that make sense? Because that was a really cool color. Just got on. Will your car be ready coming this weekend? We'll see. Maybe. I don't know. We got a couple hills to climb before we get there, Scott. But yeah, we found some blowed out shit that we got to fix. Bosch or Injector Dynamics Bosch? Mine are Bosch. Like I paid $1,300 for mine, and I know you can get like 210s and 160s that are like $500. Got to be careful with. There's 160s and 210s are the most widely knocked off injector on the planet, pimp. I was extremely schooled in like 48 hours about injectors, and from the right people. And there's real Bosch injectors, 210s aren't $500. They're like $1,000. And that's the genuine Bosch stuff. The knockoff stuff still works, but if you flow match them, I guess they're different. And there's just like 160s and 210s are the most knocked off injectors. So be careful, pimp. I know they're a lot of money. Usually you can catch a deal on them here and there once in a while, but I know mine are original Bosch. I know what I paid for them, and I know that I had them look at I was worried, man. When they told me that shit, I handed them my 160 injectors, my 1600s or whatever. And they were like, well, I hope these are real. And they started flowing them and cleaning them. He's like, yeah, these are definitely Bosch's. So at least I did the right thing for once, you know? Yeah, man. Appreciate you following the channel, K&K. I heard you say you were talking to taking July off. Are you planning to attend July races, or just not participate? I'm gonna be racing if the car works out well this weekend. We're gonna be racing at Pacemakers July 6th. I'll most likely be at Pacemakers anyways, even if I'm not racing, because it's a Tremec event and I want to, you know, run the point series. Vance, you should come out and stick shift race this shit. I'm telling you, you would do really well. You would do really well, bro. There's a lot of good fast cars that go A to B. They're safe. Everybody's driver mob. They do well. There's not a whole lot of rookies involved with that. I mean, at least I don't think so. I mean, anybody can show up, but it's a pretty legit process, man. It's really good. But we're gonna be taking the rest of July off. Like I won't be at Freebird, my third race, and I might go to Uncaged to race, but I doubt it. Like it's back half. That if you're ever gonna try a back half on a stick shift in Ohio, it's that race. But we're doing another points there that day, so probably I just need to take some time off, man. You know what I mean? This shit's got me freaking crazy. Happy Father's Day to you. I have a Stroker 413. In your opinion, what is better, T56 or TKX? It depends on your power level. We made what did I say earlier? I think it was 820, 970 wheel through this TKX in a black car, and it's still in it. I have a T56 that I used to be in the black car sitting on the ground over there. Yo, man, what up? Dan Robinson. Big shout to him. He helped me out on some Summit Racing shit this past weekend. Redeem, what is your end goal with the car? How much power? Right. So Handle Motorsports right here in the chat. Redeem is the guy, or Red Rum is the guy that you need to be talking to. But, I put the ringer through both, ran them through the ringer, both transmissions, TKX, T56s. So is G-forcing a T5 smart? No. Unless you put the front plate on, which I think that is part of the G-force thing, isn't it? That does add some stability to it. The biggest thing that 3550s, the old TKOs, and the T5s suffer from is case flexing and too much load. And you'll always break third because it'll just flex. Now, putting the little plate on the back is fine. You could get 300 or 400 horsepower in a T5 depending on how you drive it. There's a Fox Body Mafia page post about that, and that's the guy said, how much horsepower can it hold? And I'm like, it just depends on how you drive it. 3550, speaking to that, is a 600 wheel torque thing, or 600 torque thing. And this past week, John Kinter, who's probably one of the better drivers I've raced against, he has an all moto 363 that is fast in our stick shift point series, but he broke another TKO this weekend. He's just done with it. So I've driven past Pacemakers a lot, but never raced there. I'm planning to make the July 6th race. I think it's Pacemakers is in the woods. Like when you show up to Pacemakers, don't freak out. The track is actually really good. The track is fun to drive on. It's an outlaw track. It's one of the straighter. It's going to be one of the faster outlaw in the woods tracks as you'll race on. It's safe. It's wide. It's flat. It's straight. It's all black topped. So it gets fast. Pacemakers gets fast, bro. It's my favorite track. I mean, it can get fast. Now that our very first Pacemaker race didn't have very much anything on it, time at all. So happy Father's Day to you too, brother. Vance, it is the 8th. You will definitely be a contender. Okay, I thought so. I'm getting the short track better. Listen, short track it's fun. Listen, stick shift racing is stick shift racing. Like, I don't hate on anybody who races. If you race a bracket car, if you race indexes, you do what you do. Racing is racing. We all buy the same performance parts. We all go try to make horsepower and try to make our cars faster or enjoy them. And there's nothing to be taken away from people who just want to show their car. That is a whole nother level of stuff. Like people who are very meticulous with their cars. You know what I mean? It's the same. We're doing the same thing. We're just doing two different things. And that's what makes Fox Bodies. That's just what makes having a car hobby so wonderful, is you get to see, everybody's idea. Like today, I went down to the car show. I don't know if you guys follow me on Facebook, but I actually posted it on YouTube blog too. I got a chance to hang out with my kids today, so it was really cool. We got to do the car show thing. There was an 88 and 89 Celica down there. I don't know who owns them, but one was black, one was red. And they were all-wheel drive. And it was just like, I couldn't stop looking at these cars. It's not that I'm a Toyota Celica fan. I'm not. It's just that is somebody's time and money and automotive interest, and it's old school like my shit. So I appreciate it. I seen a box Chevy. Is it they call them a box nose or box truck? Is that right? Box top? I don't know. I seen a bull nose. And I seen an old Bronco. Seen a couple internationals. There's some really cool shit down there. So try to teach my kids this stuff. I'll definitely be buying a TKX from Hanlon when I have the cash. Hell yeah, you will. Hell yeah. Some other groups and communities are super toxic. So I appreciate our people. Yeah, I'm not interested in none of that. When I go to race, people can talk all the shit they want. If there is any to talk, I don't care. You win, you lose. Let's go A to B. We get up at the line, try to bust each other's ass, come back to the pits. Ain't no reason why you can't be cool about it. Like I've lost more money than I've won. Now, I don't know about that, but it's probably the same. Just buy-ins. The car goes out and shits its pants, and I can't get to the next round. Well, that's $100 wasted plus fuel and time. But I've had that's just racing. You gotta enjoy losing. Now you gotta be okay with losing to get better. You know what I mean? So every time I race, like I tried to race my buddy Tyler Garlock this past weekend, and I tried to cut the tree down. I figured if I could get a good light on him, I might have a chance. I might have a chance against him. And it's the second time I've red lit tip Tyler, and it sucks because I'm just trying to race my friend. But I mean, I don't think we're quite on Tyler's level just yet, but we got some things coming. Yeah. So it'll be interesting. It'll be fun. Square body. That's it. Dude, this square body was super good. Super nice. Super nice. I'm just trying to do stick shift shit with stick shift friends, fellas. I'm not gonna lie to you. We'll create some content, create a little buzz around the class. This ain't about me being the fastest. I would love to be the fastest, but hey, no way in hell I'm gonna be the fastest car. You know how fast my buddy Jeremy Howe, man. Come on. 690s in that car? Come on. There's no way, bro. That's freaking flying. My black car runs 690s. And that's in the 8th mile. I'm telling you, man. Fast. Everything's just getting so fast. I just want to enjoy the class. It's a tough class to be fast in. So, yeah, man. Big shout to you, Dan, getting your shit off the jack stand, brother. Big shout to you. He just told me he just had his first drive the other day. Said he drove his kid to school or something. Yeah, here's a TKX guy. Scott does. That shit shifts like butter, baby. So, anyways, guys, pretty much all I got for you tonight. I appreciate it. I just needed to get a live stream in and talk some shit with you guys. We got a lot of work to do tomorrow. We got the front of the motor tore down. If there's anything last minute you guys want to talk about real quick, got about another 5 minutes and we're out. My goal is to run 590s and have a 9-second street car. And then it's to run 580s and have an 8-second street car. Bro, I know how that is. Listen, happiness is the moment before you realize you need more happiness. It's crazy. I'm a transmission swap away from driving mine in calipers. Hell yeah. Balance 302. Balance 302 Pro Max shocker, CNC 210s portable. Nice. What did he say? If anyone runs an MGW shift, they told me they have them for the TKX, just not on the website. So you have to call to order. Got one on my T5 and sure need one for my TKX. I think Hanlon has his own. Hanlon's the one I have in my car. The nice thing about Hanlon's is you can take some springs out of it if you need to. If it's too tight, if the shifter centers up too quick or too tight, you could take some springs out of it. If you plan to keep it the kind of power, you can do a TKX. Yeah, so if you're making 750, probably be the limit. I'd probably go 750 on a TKX, and then at that point, I would start looking at a Magnum. So, all right. So this week we have to get ready for takeover. Like I said, we got a lot of mountains to climb this week. But as far as content's concerned, guys, if tomorrow goes off pretty well with getting the timing chain back together and getting the front of the motor back together, I got one really big change that I need to make that's going to make a huge difference. You know, we were running this past week. We ran 590s on a dot slick. And this past weekend we were 590s and it wasn't fast enough. I fought with a Supra in the first round. Joe Fisher, his Supra's fast. You know, it's a 4-digit 1,000 horsepower Supra that used to be an automatic car, and he's got a Magnum F in it, and it's fast. It's fast, bro. He got a little loose. I hit the scramble and drove around him right at the end. It was a really, really good race. And the second round, I had a bye, and I drew Dan Watts, and that's when Dan. I mean, when we're talking close, wait till you see the video. It was close. It was close. I would show you right now, but for some reason, until I put it into my other codecs, I can't show it on here. I don't know why. So, but I finished. But the third round, I ended up racing Tyler and shit the bed, hit the red light. That's racing, bro. I finished, dropped the hammer, third place, and nice. Wow. You got third, so you ran an average of 591, dude. You're gonna be tough. You're gonna be tough to handle at some no prep. You need a no prep. I can promise you that I'll tell you what races to go to, Vans. Pacemakers July 6th. I think Pacemakers comes back again in August, but I don't think that's not a points race. Stoplight on the 7th of September. Pacemakers on the 14th. What's the 21st? I can't remember what the 21st is. No, I'm sorry. Cunley Motorsports Park is the 7th. The 14th is Stoplight. The 21st is Pacemakers. Because of the following week in September, we head to Bowling Green for NMRA. So I raced 4 weekends in a row. So I got to make sure my car's top notch. That's why I'm taking a break. Like, I need to take a little bit of time off because racing 4 weekends in a row is going to be brutal. Nice thing is two of those 4 races are close. So when I get home, so is FTO 8th mount? Yes. We might do a test pass off trailer. Like I'm not gonna no prep format it. I think that's not a bad idea. So once I talk to the track owner, I'll finalize that. But I would like everybody to be able to get it if they want to go down the track, get a test pass. I don't particularly care for a test pass. I'll be fine. I've been off trailer for 2 years now, so it doesn't really bother me. But we'll probably, have about 2 hours in between rounds or hour and a half. So there'll be some good time. That way we can at least enjoy the venue or whatever. So, all right, Tatter, we'll see you later, man. So my T5 was leaking, so I took out and took a look, and 2 of the 4 bolts holding the bearing retainer are stripped. Buyer stuff were reputable people. That's right. That's a full schedule, homie. Dude, bro. Talking all confident. I ain't worried about it. What you talking about, bro? Hey, look. Okay. Fitting to find out. I love it. So some of these people that are here in the chat, so you guys don't know, we're are on the list. Me and Hamlin are on the list. Mark Turner and Scott Turner were here in the chat. They're on the. So you got like 4 of the 16 cars that there's probably a couple other that are watching. But it's going to be a great venue, man. Guess what is it? Like I said, 6 Coyote swap Fox bodies, 5 modulars. Even though Coyote's modular, I get it. And then 5 push rods. It's going to be a good event. It's going to be a really good event. Nice and even across the board. Different cars, different genres. It's going to be dope. Back from the stick shift Nats in Farmington, 124 cars, all motor completed, 10K 100. Nice. Anyways, guys, we have some stuff to do on the white car this week. We got, like I said, I'm gonna get you caught up on a couple of videos this week if I can get them in. Granted, we don't have any issues. We should be able to do that. But if you're new to the channel, check out that join button below. The guys in green, I appreciate you guys. You guys are my channel members, and I appreciate your you know, you continuing to support us here on the channel. All the money and all the monetization that I do in the channel stays here to help me go to events like Ford Takeover and to race and to buy parts for like mufflers and shit. So next muffler, I think we're going to do the Delta muffler that we accidentally made, but that's not going to be a long video. And like I said, we got Vibrant after that. And I think the Vibrant ones are the ones I'm giving away. So I'm not going to cut them because they're already 3-inch. So we will be giving away a set of Vibrant mufflers probably within the month, probably the month of July. They're $300 mufflers. So I'm putting them on the car just so we can get the sound clip and do a little burnout shit. And then we're giving them away here on the channel, here in live chat. So we'll figure it out. You still plan on going to Fox Fest in Michigan? Absolutely. It'll be one of the only events that I actually get to not race and just chill and relax. Hopefully it doesn't rain. I don't want to even say the rain word. Some grudge hits with you and Hanlon would be cool. We've done that before. Hashtag Fiverr. Pimp putting it in. Pimp putting it in early. He paying in advance. Guys, listen. Everything I do here on the channel, I try to apply, whether it's racing, I try to apply it to stock cars. So I know some things that I do here on the channel racing, some people may not like because it doesn't really apply to them, but technically it really does. The injector stuff is an application thing. The timing chain thing is an application thing. I'm always trying to bridge a gap between it because there's not much difference between owning a stock Fox body or a project you just picked up in a car that you spend tens of thousands of dollars getting them together. So anyways, stay motivated. As a matter of fact, just stay disciplined. Write some shit down, get some work done. I've done more work on my car probably in the last couple of weeks and what I continue to do here soon on top of racing that I've done on it in a long time, because usually you have time to get shit done. But, you know, do what you said you were going to do before it became inconvenient. That saying keeps ringing in my head. Somebody told me that about a month ago and shit rings in my head. So get your shit done. If you got a project car and you're trying to get it fixed, or you're trying to stay competitive with racing, or if you're just trying to make your car the best car at the car show, you know, stay motivated, balance the time, balance the money. This is an obsession. Cars are an obsession. I mean, it's like they're our kids, you know what I mean? So I get it. So stay motivated, guys. Appreciate you guys joining me tonight. I wasn't even going to be on for an hour and 40 minutes, but I was talking some Fox body shit with some Fox body friends, and sometimes you just got to let it roll, baby. You know what I mean? Because that's what we do. So next time I see you guys will be 2 weeks from now, where I'm actually probably have a little bit of recovery. I may try to sneak a live stream like I did here. I thought this was pretty good. I didn't really have a theme to it per se, more or less to just getting caught up on the channel. But I appreciate all you guys here in the chat. Big shout out to Mike Sherrill. He won him a Hanlon banner. And yeah, that's about it. That's all I got for you. Anyways, if you're going to be a Ford Takeover, make sure you come over. We got our new merch running out. That's when we're going to be showing we're going to be selling the new merch at Ford Takeover. And then it should be live by the next time we go. So if you guys are interested in buying some merch, at least the black car themed one, the first t-shirt, we'll have it up on the site soon. We'll have the site published, so you guys have a link, and if you want to support the channel. So guys, I appreciate you watching. We will see you this week in at least 1 or 2 videos, maybe a couple shorts, and stay tuned. Got Ford Takeover coming up, and we're looking forward to the stick shift shootout. So I will see you at some point this week. So thank you guys. We'll see you. Have a good week. Stay motivated. Thanks for watching.